Hi there, this is Lana Grover, and I'm one of the TAs for 521. And this week, while I was working with some of you, I noticed that some of you were having a hard time establishing a table in your WordPress documents for your reflective journals. So I thought I would do a quick review on how to build that and maybe simplify it and make it an easier process for you. So you can see on the screen there's a table established. I have a WordPress document open and I'm on a new post window, and this is a table that I will be showing you how to create, and it's very simple. We just have our main titles here, and then I've broken it down into weeks, and these cells are open for you to put your content in and keep building that as you go throughout the semester. So this is the visual manifestation of the table, but we need to build it in HTML code, and that looks like this. Now if you're familiar with code, this will you'll understand what all of this means. If you're not, don't get too intimidated by it because it's simple once you kind of get the hang of it, or it's easier to understand. I'll say that. But what I'll show you today is just how to drop in some basic code and get started, and so you can have in the end a table that looks something like this. Now when you publish this or preview it in your post on your WordPress page, it will be subject to the style of your theme. So just keep that in mind. You can always come over here and do preview and just take a look and see what that might look like. So I'm going to start with a blank post here, and so when you go in and you open up a new post in your WordPress document, of course you have a title, and then the important thing to understand is that we have these two tabs, visual and HTML, and we need to be in the HTML tab to establish code that will manifest in the visual window. So if you go into the HTML tab here and then drop in this code, which I will include on the forum post, you'll see that there's an established set of patterns here. We open it up, we say this is a table, and when we start here with the TR tag and move down, the TD tags basically indicate put data here, put images, put copy, text right between these tags, and then the TR closes it at the end. So each one of these establishes a row and an additional column. So that's important to understand, because if you want to add additional columns, all you need to do is start here at the top of the TR tag, go down to the closing tag. Remember, you always have to include the closing tag, and copy it, and then come down here to the bottom. Now don't go beyond the closing main table tag, but right here at the bottom of that same pattern, and you can add another set. So I'll show you what that looks like. If we come back up here to our visual tag, we have already established the code. So if we go back here in visual, we've got this little block of cells set up. And the great part about this being in the visual is now you can kind of drag it open if you'd like. You can do that here. You can establish a width visually, or you can come into HTML and you can see it's already established the width 462, but if you want to change that, let's say you want it to be 550, okay, no problem, it will adjust it. Now the only way to add the cells is to go in and do that trick. So we have what, 6 cells here, so let's say I want to do 7, no problem, we know how to do that. Let me scroll down here, come here and drop that in, then roll back. So now we have 7 cells. We can also come in here and start adding our content directly in the visual editor. So let's say we want to do, week 1, 1 and 2. Let's put those together. Let's put week 3. Oh, gotta spell week right. And week 4. And then let's say I want to put up here quotes from readings. You can see it kind of expands. Oops. Class tasks, geez, etc. And then go into the next cell, your thoughts here, learning that you've done, questions you may have, however you want to term those. You can also do editing here with the text. You can establish the bold here. You can also center the text if you want, which is kind of nice. So you can do all of that from here, and as you add content here, it will just start laying it out into your table cell. Now, when anything we do in the visual is going to be reflected in the HTML. So when we go back in here, we can see here's our cell here where we said, okay, here's quotes from the readings in class, and you can see it's added the characteristics. Align the text center, also strong, so strong tag equals bold, what we know as bold in text. So you can, if you can use your HTML skills to do that on the back end, or if you want to do it visually on the front end, then it will be reflected here, and this will teach you how to build it in code if you would like. A couple of things that we can do here is up here in the table characteristics, we've established the width. We can also do a couple other things to kind of increase the visual appeal. We can establish a border. Remember, set the characteristic first, equals, with the quote around what the amount is, the quantity. So I think I like a border of 2, and I also like to put in some cell padding. Whoops, geez. Cell padding, and always equal sign, quotes. I kind of like 5, and again, it depends on your theme and how it appears in your theme, but I do like a little cell padding, which gives it a little bit more visual space. The key to let me show you what that looks like, by the way. So here we've got a nice border established. We've got some cell padding, which is the padding around the text so it doesn't feel crammed into the table. The one thing that I was going to mention is the key to tables is keeping them neat and clean. So keep in mind this TR tag and keeping things contained in units. Keep your code clean, and that will help you keep the table organized. So once you've got that established, you can just start adding content. You can build on it from week to week. You can obviously do variations of this, but that might help get you started and take a little of the mystery out of table building in WordPress. And always remember, you can preview to see what it's going to look like in your blog or in your WordPress log with your theme. Also remember to save as you go. That will make sure that you don't lose anything. So I hope this helps, and good luck with your tables.